Hello students, we are discussing about independent events. Now we will discuss about mutually exclusive events and independent events, because sometimes there is a confusion between the students that whether mutually exclusive events are independent or independent events are mutually exclusive. Is there any relationship between these two terms, mutually exclusive events and independent events? Yes. What is mutually exclusive events? Mutually exclusive events. Yes. Two events are said to be mutually exclusive if they have no intersection. They have no common element, right? If they have no common element, if they are distant. The first thing, mutually exclusive events and mutually exclusive events. Let us take a comparative study and independent events. Yes. Make a comparative study between these two terms. What is this? It involves events only, that is subsets of the sample space, right? It involves probability of the events, right? Because you see, from the definition we say that two events are said to be independent, E and F, they are mutually exclusive if their intersection is null set, right? Here, if probability of their intersection is equal to probability of E into probability of F, there is nothing to do with the set, with the subset. We are dealing with the probabilities of those subsets. An event is a what? Is a subset of the sample space. So it involves probability where it involves set only, right? This is the basic difference between these two terms, mutually exclusive. It involves events. It involves subsets of the sample space. It involves probabilities of the events. Number one. Number two, yes, the events means mutually exclusive events. The mutually exclusive events have no common element, right? They have no common element. But here independent events may have common element. They may have common elements. right? Because yes, and here these are the two basic differences between mutually exclusive events and independent events. Yes, that means here it is E intersection, already we have seen here it is null set, but here it may not be null. It may not be null. May not. This, right? So these are the basic differences. It involves sets, it involves their probabilities, and these two sets have no common element. Here they may have common element. In spite of these two basic differences, here we can prove a proposition here, a statement. Let us write down that, yes, the basic difference is this. Okay, now we will prove a proposition. What is that proposition? That two mutually exclusive events with non-zero probabilities cannot be independent, right? Cannot be independent. And conversely, two independent events with non-zero probabilities cannot be mutually exclusive. Cannot be. This is very important. Two events with non-zero probabilities, if they are mutually exclusive, then they cannot be independent. If they are independent, they cannot be mutually exclusive. Very simple proof. Let E and F be two events having non-zero probabilities. That is, probability of E is non-zero and probability of F is also non-zero, right? The two different events. Okay. Now, having non-zero probabilities. Now, probability of V is non-zero, probability of F is non-zero. First thing, what? To mutually exclusive. Let E and F be mutually exclusive. We shall show that they are not independent. How? This implies what? E intersection F is a null set. It is a null set, and this implies probability of E intersection F is probability of null set. This implies probability of E intersection F is what? 0. Because probability of the null set, the void set, the impossible event is 0. Right? This is the probability of E intersection F. Similarly, probability of, so it is 0. This implies, but probability of E is non-zero and probability of F is non-zero implies probability of E into probability of F. This is also non-zero. This is non-zero means it is non-zero. Thus, you see, probability of E intersection F is 0. It is non-zero. So, probability of E intersection F is not equal to probability of E into probability of F. So, E and F are not independent. They are not independent, right? They are not independent. They are dependent. Conversely, let E and F be independent. They are independent. We shall show that they are not mutually exclusive. They are independent. The independent means, what is this? Probability of E intersection F is equal to probability of E into probability of F. And this implies probability, but probability of E into probability of F is non-zero, as probability of E is non-zero and probability of F is also non-zero. So their product cannot be 0, and this implies, so we have probability of E intersection F is non-zero. Right? Because probability of E intersection F is what? Probability of E into probability of F. But probability of E into probability of F is non-zero. So this is non-zero. This is non-zero means it is 0 when? Only for null set. This implies E intersection F is not null. It is not a null set. That means E and F are not mutually exclusive. They are not mutually exclusive because their intersection is not null. Okay. So this is the theorem, or this is the statement. It's a very important statement. If two events having non-zero probabilities are independent, they cannot be mutually exclusive. If they are mutually exclusive, then they cannot be independent, provided they have non-zero probabilities. Right? Okay. So now let us discuss another thing. It is clear the difference between mutually exclusive events and independent events. Now we were discussing about independence of three events. We have perhaps discussed it. Yes, okay. Let us wipe out this. Three events, A, B and C. Yes. Three events associated, three events A, B, C, A, B and C associated with, because we are discussing about the independence of two events. Now three events A, B, C associated with the sample space of a random experiment if it satisfies the following conditions. Right. Number one, probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B. Number two, probability of B intersection C is equal to probability of B into probability of C. And number three, probability of C intersection A is equal to probability of C into probability of A. Number four, probability of A intersection B intersection C is equal to probability of A into probability of B into probability of C. Right. So these are the four conditions. Probability of A intersection B is this. Probability of B intersection C, C intersection A intersection B intersection C. If the three events A, B, C will satisfy all the four conditions, then we say that they are independent. Let us, yes, here note it. When they are not independent, if the three events A, B and C will not satisfy any one of the above, satisfy, not any one, satisfy at least one of the above four conditions, then we say A, B and C are not independent. They are not independent. Right? If they will not satisfy any one of the, at least one of these four conditions. So to be independent, they should satisfy all these four conditions. Okay. Then let us extend this independence of events to n sets. We were discussing about independence of two sets, two events. here 3 events, we can extend the same to n sets, right? That means n events E1, E2, E3 up to En, right? A set of n events, say E1, E2, En, associated with a sample space S will be independent if any subset of the above set having more than one event are independent. Right? That is, if each subset EI1, EI2 up to EIK, right? K is greater than equal to 1, greater than 1, less than equal to n are independent. That is, probability of EI1 intersection EI2 intersection EIK is equal to probability of EI1 into probability of EI2 into probability of EIK. Yes. Right? Where I1, I2, Ik, yes, are subset of 1, 2 up to n. Right? Yes, these are any two are subsets of 1, 2, 3 up to n. That means this is a set of events E1, E2, En. N number of events are there. These n events will be independent if we take any subset of this set. That means suppose I will take E1, E2 or E1, E3 or E2, E3. Taking two events, they all will be independent. Similarly, we can take three events E1, E2, E3 or E2, E3, E4 like this. All subsets of this set. Subsets are a set of events. If all of them are independent, then we say that the set of events E1, E2 up to En all are independent events. you take any 2, they will be independent. Any 3 out of these n sets, they will be independent. Any 4 like this, and at last n. Right? That means, yes, if you take any subset of this, the probability of their intersection is equal to the product of their probabilities. If it will happen for any subset of this having more than one element, right? Having more than one element, otherwise there is no question of intersection. If you will take a single event and a single event, then how will you get the intersection? There is no intersection. So you have to take at least 2. So any 2, 3, 4, 5 up to n sets you take, the probability of their intersection will be the product of their probabilities. If this will happen like this, here you see our n is 3 here. Here our n is 3. So 2 sets, this is the number of ways we have taken 2 sets, 2 events, their intersection, probability of their intersection is equal to product of their probabilities, and lastly we have taken 3. If it has n sets, n events, then we first take 2 events, their intersection, product of their probabilities. Similarly, take 3 events, the probability of their intersection is equal to product of their probabilities. So simply you can say, so A will be independent if any subset of the above set having more than one events are independent. That is, if each subset EI1 is these are independent. That is, when any subset of EI1 to this, the probability of their intersection is equal to the product of their probabilities. Right? This is better. Then they are independent. Okay? We will stop here. Next time we will discuss about independence of trials or independent of experiments, the stochastic or the random experiments, right? Independence of 2 experiments. Till that we were discussing about independence of events. Next time we will discuss about independence of experiments. This is a very amazing subject. Listen mindfully and go through the theory in detail. You will get a charm. Okay? Anyway, let us stop here.